young men and women cornered in like a small little alley in the middle of town, and then the police officers just throwing tear gas canisters in that small alley where you can't. Have you ever, when tear gas is a meter, 2 meters, 3 meters away, you feel the sting. Now imagine it being thrown right at you and you can't move because they've blocked the road on this side. Where are you going to go? And there were dozens of them standing outside, and honestly just kept throwing these tear gas canisters in there. And so Larry Madowo comes through and is like, wait, what is happening? And the kids, oh my God, you can just see these are young university students creeping down, trying to crawl. How sad. And he asked them, what's wrong? What have you done? They're like, Larry, we've just come like everyone else, trying to protest, trying to fight for our rights. And these officers have backed us into this corner and have been throwing tear gas canisters at us, and we can't move because we're scared that if we move, they might shoot. And Larry's like, why would you do that? Why are you backing them in a corner? Asking the policeman, like, why are you backing them in a corner? And the guy is just laughing. Larry gets agitated, saying he's throwing these kids in a corner, backing them in here, throwing canisters of tear gas at them. And when I ask him why he's doing that, he's just laughing. He's not alone. There are dozens of them. None of those other policemen really, or policewomen, would have said, Akiwacha. None of them. All of them just standing, looking at this man terrorizing these young people. Anyway, the kid said, or the young man said, we're just peacefully trying to express ourselves, express our views, but unfortunately we were cornered and we have been tear gassed. And this young man, honestly, you can see the panic in their faces. There's also that young lady who was behind, all of them just, their eyes looking, God. Anyway, proceeded to say, Larry said, you can't keep them here. They're suffocating. What are you doing? You can't do that. And then the guy started laughing, and Larry is like, and he's laughing. He just threw tear gas at this crowd, at the crowded alley, and he's laughing. He said, look at this. Directly across, there was this one who was beating them with a nyahunyo, like just whipping them. Larry is still trying to explain the tear gas canisters being thrown at a corner with people in that corner unable to leave, suffocating from the tear gas. And this man is whipping these other ones on the side. And he comes to them and is like, what is happening here? The guys say, he actually is the one going, look, they're beating them, as he's showing the camera to look that way or be pointed that way. And he said, look at this, they're beating them. These are prison officers who have not been trained on crowd control. They are unreasonably violent. They are whipping protesters. Even the security guards had been rounded. Imagine, security guards who are now standing here to protect this property, this business, are also being rounded up and beaten up. What a sad state of affairs. He continued to actually say, when he went to them and asked them the same question, why are you here? They said, we are demonstrating peacefully. We are peaceful, protesting against police brutality. We only have our phones. He literally was like, we have nothing else. Our hands are up. We literally only have our phones. All of us only have our phones. Larry, ukienda tutauliwa. How is it possible that we are depending on a CNN correspondent who doesn't even fully live here to protect us? Not the police, whose job and their title is to protect and serve. How are we here? Like, how are we protesting against police brutality, and at the same time there is documented footage of police actually being brutal? Where is the sense in the room? Because it has left. It has left.
Honestly, I feel like there's an element of them feeling like they're a bit untouchable.
Yes, but because Murkomen is over there. Anyway,
here's the thing. There's no statute of limitation when it comes to criminal activity. And I love the guy who was earlier on saying that as long as all of this is being documented, even if it takes 20 years, you're just randomly chilling with your family. Like this, justice has to be served. Because I feel like y'all are, honestly, I can't explain it.
It's
I
hard.
cannot explain it. There's no accountability. Even when we came to Albert Ojwang, the people who were being persecuted and people who were going to prison because of the whole thing, none of them were even remotely involved. You know, they just happened to be there. That young man was dead before he got to that police station. But the police officers in said police station are the ones who are going to prison. Makes absolutely no sense. So guys, I have no solution. The thing is, I'm so angry, but I do not know where to direct it.
That's it.
I'm so mad, but I do not know what to do with my anger. You know, I can see unfair things happening, but I do not know who to go for help. Who's going to help? And I don't know how to help, how to remedy the situation. So it is so frustrating to be a Kenyan right now. That's my conclusion. Since we cannot help them out, let's help somebody else. It is time for Ask the Girls.